Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Clip, host of Clip Level Sports. We're coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies and gentlemen, talking us about the fact of the breaking news that CP3 is out, and definitely he's placed due to COVID protocols. Bloody killer Kawhi Leonard may not be playing for the rest of the semis because of a knee injury, by the way, they sustained, for sure on that note. And he could be missing the rest of the semis, semi rounds. Also, we guys about the fact that the Nets are 3-2 now. They're 1 win away. By the way, as well, Vince Wilfork's son's been arrested and charged for stealing 300K jewelry and including super rings from his dad. Stan Van Gundy is released as Pels coach after 1 season. Jim Phelan, who is a longtime Mount St. Mary's coach, he has been deceased and is on sleep at 92. So that will be all the news I'll have for today, ladies on that note. First things first, I'm going to start things over with the breaking news today that CP3 is out indefinitely due to COVID protocols. They said he's going to miss the rest of the playoffs. And that's not looking good there. Bloody killer. And also the fact that breaking news here that more breaking news here that bloody killer Kawhi Leonard is maybe out for the rest of the season from a knee injury, due to a knee injury that he has. And he could miss the rest of the Wild West playoffs, semi rounds. That's not looking good there. So that would be a big loss for the Clippers out there. I'll tell you about that. And honestly, it's not looking good there. I can tell you that. Also, other news. Also, some other news I also want to get into here, ladies and gentlemen. That Stan Van Gundy, he's been released as Pels coach after 1 season. So really big loss there. And some really sad news here that Jim Phelan, who was a longtime Mount St. Mary's coach, B-Ball coach, he was deceased in 92 in his own sleep, at his own home, by the way, last night. He won 130 games, 130 games as a Mount St. Mary's coach. He took the Mount to 14 NCAA Division II tournaments, 5 trips to the Final Four, and a Final Four title game in 1962. Now the Felons teams in Division I made the NCAA tournaments in 95 and 99. Also at 9 NCAA he's also a NCAA B-Ball Hall of Famer, 2008 B-Ball Hall of Famer. So my thoughts and prayers go to Mount St. Mary's, all of Jim Phelan's family members, all of his fans, all his viewers. It's some horrific loss, and really awful news there. So yeah, he's on his own sleep. It may have something to do with natural causes, by the way. So that's all there is. You got to do it, everybody. So rest in peace, Jim McPhellin, and that's all there is to it. You need to know about on that note. Also, another news here that Vince Wilfork's son, DeAndre Holmes Wilfork's been arrested and charged for stealing 300K plus worth jewelry, even Super Bowl rings, and two Super Bowl rings as well. Vince Wilfork, by the way, reported this incident regarding his valuables made last month. By the way, the Super Bowl rings were stolen, the AFC title rings, and the a Canes title ring as well, and other jewelry were missing from his house, by the way, in the jewelry store. Now, the wife of Vince Wilfork says that reached out to the jeweler, by the way. Bought bought the rings from DeAndre Hunter, by the way. And basically says right here that now DeAndre Hunter was also those rings from 662K by 620K, that is. And honestly, that's all there is to it. Everybody on that note. So nothing more to it on that. And now DeAndre Hunter Holmes Wilfork's been arrested, was charged for jewelry theft. He's also been Yeah, he's also charged with jewelry theft, by the way. He stole 2 necklaces, a bracelet, and 5 earrings to the jewelry store for 62 mil. That is March 2020. By the way, 100K in jewelry stores, 400K. The Vince Wilfork says the eyes cost 400K. By the way, and honestly, that's a bit low. So DeAndre Hunter, DeAndre Holmes, Wilfork's been he's in jail right now. If he's convicted of these charges, he gets jailed. He gets life behind bars. So that's all there is. He's doing that for sure. Everybody on that though. So Vince Wilfork says his items were stolen, valuables were stolen, by the way, and obviously the perpetrator was his own son, DeAndre Holmes Wilfork, and that's all. That's all there is to it. He's doing that, everybody. So that's all there is to it. You need to know. Also, the Nets defeated the 3-2 against the Bucks, 114 to 108. By the way. So KD had 49 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists. Jeff Green has 27 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. BG scored 17 points, 3 rebounds. Greg Free scored 34 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Khris Middleton scored 25 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Jrue Holiday scored 19 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. And Brook Lopez has scored 15 points and 6 rebounds. So Nets are 1 win away, guys, and I think the Nets are going to win the series. So I'll tell you about that. If they do, they get the winner of the Sixers at the Hawks. So that's all there is to news on there, everybody. Also, I wish happy birthdays out to Alice Garnett, Nakata of King of Fighters, John Cho, MC Ren of NWA, Late Great Ultimate Warrior, Phil Mickelson, Late Great Tupac Shakur, Lauren Taylor, Roberto Duran, Missy Perrin Grimm, by the way, Bianca Andreescu, Abby Elliott, Sissy Kekilo, Roman Gonzalez, Camilla Marone, Al Cowlings, Alex Len, Dave Fisdale, Amanda Byron, and Ray Zard. So, somebody birthday wishes, shout, sweet, please be sure to do so. And that's everything you need to know in that. And that's all I got to say for sure. So that's everything you need to know. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that would do right there for the Khalil Sports Board. Please be sure you like, subscribe to the Khalil Sports Board YouTube channel and Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Be sure to send me comments and tweets your thoughts. CP3 being out for the rest of the playoffs, for the Wild semis. Because if he's placed on COVID protocols, what are your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comment section. I will definitely adjust my shirt. But he was vaccinated for sure, by the way. So just note that. What are your thoughts on bloody killer Kawhi Leonard possibly being out for the rest of the playoffs because of a knee injury that he has? So what are your thoughts about that? I'll just put my shirt on that as well. What are your thoughts on Sam Van Gundy being released as Pels coach after 1 season? What are your thoughts about that? Who do you think is coach? Who do you think is going to be the new coach? Let me know in the comments about that. I'll just put my shirt, buddy. Say those words under Jim Phelan's family members and Mount St. Mary's over the loss of Jim Phelan, who was seized at 92 in his own home, by the way, in his own sleep. So your thoughts about that? I'll adjust my shirt. So let's know. You think the Nets are going to win this series? They are 1 win away. Your thoughts about that? And that's all there's to need to know in there. Or this going to be tied up and going to Game 7. Your thoughts, everybody? I'll adjust my shirt on that note as well. What are your It's all send your birthday wishes out to Alice Garnett, Nakata of King of Fighters, John Cho, MC Ren of NWA, Phil Mickelson, Late Great Ultimate Warrior, Late Great Tupac, Roberto Duran, Lauren Taylor, Roman Gonzalez, Camilla Marone, Al Cowlings, Alex Lynn, Dave Fisdale, Amanda Byron, and Ray Zard. Somebody birthday wishes, shout out to that's still good edition. That's all I got to say, buddy. I'll have more breaking news from times 11. I think some and a whole lot more than Khalil Sports Board. Everything sports related, everything there's you got notes. All I got to say, buddy. Take care, you guys. You guys have a good evening. Please be safe with that. Bye bye.